boy. How are ya, folks? Welcome to the 200th episode of the Josh Potter Show. We barely made it here. We're here, though. We did it. Scratching and clawing, I'll tell you that. Tis I, Josh Potter. Thanks so much for being here for the 200th episode. Do I have any fanfare or special things planned? Not entirely. I did bring our favorite Hall of Fame guest. She has an award named after her. Chase O'Donnell's here, folks. Fresh off her hike from Mount Whitney. We'll get into all of it. First, I want to let you know, thejoshpotter.com. That's where you can go buy tickets to see your boy live. Come see me live, thejoshpotter.com. I am going to be in the great city of Omaha. That's right, August 15th. And then I'm going to be in Des Moines, August 16th and 17th. And then I'm going to be in Boston, August the 24th. And I do believe this is coming out on... Nope, I've already was in Dallas. I was already in Dallas. Right? Yep.
Already in Dallas.
I'm there right now.
And boy, did you have fun.
What's that?
You had fun.
Boy, it was a hell of a time. But yes, come out in August. In September, have some dates as well. Long Island, Maine, a whole bunch. Go to thejoshpotter.com and get your tickets. If this is your first time here, thanks for being here on the 200th episode. What the hell took you so long? If you've left and you come back, welcome back. Some exciting news is coming to the Josh Potter Show. We will no longer be inside my actual apartment any longer. That's right. We'll be at a studio very soon. The 200s are looking bright. We are going to be joining the Comedy Store and their podcast studios. And I'm excited for it. We're going to have bigger guests. We're going to be not in my apartment anymore, which I love that part of it. Cannot wait to let this thing fall apart, this apartment, because no one comes here unless it's to do a podcast. I can't wait till it's just, I'm going to let this thing go by the wayside, you know? But Chase is here. Chase, plug everything and anything for the 200th episode.
Itching to say stuff, but what an intro. Okay, so first of all, I have to say 200 is a huge achievement. Very few podcasts reach 200.
Yeah, they tried to stop me.
So I just want to say huge day, huge deal. I'm honored to be the 200th
Well,
guest.
I wouldn't have. Were you the 100th episode guest too? I think you might have been.
I don't remember.
I mean, you've been on 100 times. Yeah, the 100th episode.
200th is...
What did I even do on the 100th episode? What studio was that in? I don't remember anything about it.
Misery Loves Mandy, 100th episode.
No, that's on Misery. That's not my podcast at all.
It's also the 100th episode.
Yeah.
That's not my podcast at all.
We just did 100th, but I gotta say 200.
Type in the Josh Potter. Type in my show and see what happens.
Deal.
Oh, okay. Let's see what.
I don't think it's me.
Richie doing dishes. Just let it play for a second. Oh, look at that. I'm in the Burbank studio, the very first one. Because we had two in there. We moved from one small one to a big one. Oh, yeah, I just did a solo. I did it solo and I shotgunned beers and it got me demonetized. Don't let them see this. Don't take this out.
I won't put this on the broadcast.
Because I'm not getting demonetized this time. No, sir. No. Unless I just do that. And
look at you, Josh. I mean, 100 episodes ago. How long was that? 2 years ago?
Well, this was broadcast August 30th, 2022.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2022. I was really killing it.
Me too. I got to say that was one of the better years for me.
2022 was a great year.
Yeah.
Mwah. What was the date?
August
30th.
August, kind of similar time frame. Mm-hmm. I was killing it in August of 2022. I'll tell you that. You're looking at a guy who probably doesn't even know he's killing it there.
I too was killing it in August 2022. Yeah.
Making money left and right. Oh my God. I thought it would never end. I was flying girls everywhere all over the goddamn
globe.
globe.
You were killing it more than me.
Oh, I was killing it.
When I look back at I was going down memory lane on my Instagram because things are rough. And
what's rough? I want to know what's rough.
I'm losing followers every minute.
Me too. I think you're just getting rid of the bots.
Okay, I'm getting rid of the bots. But anyways, I was like, wow, August 2022, I just filmed my special. I was doing musicals in real life. I was like posting all my I was in the
That's
zone.
What your idea of killing it was?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, it has everything to do with Instagram? Stop
Yeah.
it. No, come on. That's crazy.
Okay, I was killing it on Instagram.
No, you can't use Instagram as your metric. You're like 2022, hell of a year. Let me tell you the
I was
real
gaining
insights.
followers.
All the insights and achievements I got on Instagram. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what should it be that I'm
I
flying
don't know.
girls
Personally,
out?
yeah, no, that's hey. I just hired a business manager, and my finances are. It's as if you're opening a crypt and you're seeing a decaying corpse and spider webs and stuff. There might be some treasures in there, but we don't know until we open the crypt. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've had a man get under the hood of this thing. And I found out, I never knew how much money I made in years past. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, I don't know how much money I made in years past. And so he's doing all of this stuff, and I found out, detailed how much money I made in 2022. And if you would have ever told me I made that much money in my life in 1 year, I would have been so elated, and I would have been like, whoa, I must be killing it. I am right back to poor. I don't know what the I did. I do know exactly what I did. I mean, I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I know exactly what happened. I was really on one, and I can pinpoint moments. I go, I shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't. But I had so much fun. Oh my God, I had the best time of my life.
This is why we don't know how much money we make, because we talked about this, that we don't, the shows are just they pop up, but you don't know at the beginning of the year how much money you're going to make.
No, I mean, you can kind of forecast it.
You can.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you have the contracts, you can go I'm going to make this much this weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to make this much. But I didn't, all of it was cherry to me in 2022 because in 2018, I made $38,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's I don't know. And I was I made more than 30. I'm kind of doing great. You know what and then it accelerated to a degree that I've never fathomed. I'm like, I make more money than I think my dad ever made. That's what I thought at that moment in that year. And I thought this is how it's going to be every year. And then it went geek, geek, geek a little bit. And I'm like, oh. I go, oh, I can kind of see how that happened.
But guess what?
What?
It's your 200th episode.
We got to crawl back up.
Reason for celebration.
If I ever make that much money as much money I made in 2022 again, I will cherish it. I will hold on to it.
Will you whisper to me how much you made?
I will no longer.
I'm thinking $1 million.
No, it's not $1 million. I mean, come on. Now you're making me look like dog shit. But no, it was enough where I go I'm not going to fly girls on airplanes anymore. I'm not going to. Stay
that's why you lost the money, because you were flying all these girls out.
I was buying plane tickets left and right. I was flying places. For not shows, I was, and when I say
lavish.
girls, I mean this is not a dozen. You know what I'm saying? A couple, few.
Okay.
And then enough. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm not going to go stay at the Four Seasons on a Tuesday night randomly. I was doing that. Why was I doing that? But I was just, I thought I was rich.
Yeah.
I thought I was I'm killing it. They have Four Seasons has a discount on Tuesday night.
Speaking of standards and high class, we have a surprise for you.
Oh. Chase has been staring across the room.
Surprise.
Chase has been staring across the room at the bottle of champagne.
Alex, would you do the honors? We're celebrating the 200th episode.
Well, here's another reason. Not only my finances indicate that I'm a child and not a man, I also don't have glassware in my home because I never entertain. I have plastic cups that we're going to use for mimosas.
I think it's charming, Josh.
It's not charming.
It's charming.
Oh, it's so charming. That I can't get a person
Look at this.
Oh, boy, there they are.
200, Josh.
Hooray.
How many years is this? Is this 8 years of podcasting?
8 years? No, I started in 2020,
okay,
I do believe.
4.
Or was it 2021?
That
I guess
makes
it would have
sense.
been 2021.
If it was 2 years for the 100th episode.
It would have been 2 years for that, so it was 2020.
20, okay.
October of 2020.
I doubled it.
When you get back there, Alex, after you're done making drinks, see if you can find when episode 1 of this program aired. I should know these.
I don't. Oh,
What's that?
No, Josh. I mean, Alex.
That was on your mom's. You have to look on the Your Mom's House YouTube channel. That's where episode 1 is. All right, don't kill me with the cork.
Oh God. What?
I feel like I should have popped the cork across the room. Broke my own.
You probably should have.
Yeah, that's on me.
That's
next
all right.
time.
Next to 400, I'll do it.
Well, this is another question I wanted to ask while you were doing the intro. You said we're getting bigger guests. Who's your #1 ideal Josh Potter show guest.
Well, O.J.
in the
Simpson
future.
passed away,
Okay.
so not O.J.
But that would have been
R.I.P.
number
That
one.
would have been number 1.
Wow. That would have been a great one.
You know, like Fred Durst would be up there probably.
Yes.
Mine aren't like, I mean, when I
And
say
you should
bigger
dress
guests,
as him.
I mean like people in the comedy world, but I don't know. Maybe we can get some others because other people are always hanging out over there.
Beautiful.
And
$15.99.
who did I just meet the other
That's
day
balling.
at the Comedy Store? Oh, Mac Jones. I met him recently. Cheers. Thank
so
you.
So proud of you, Josh.
Thank you. Episode 200.
Episode 200.
It toasted. You're just going to drink the bottle?
No.
Is this the first alcohol you've had since your hike?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that, folks.
I've been drinking less.
I mean, you say that with pride, but remember we used to shit on those people.
No. I still do. No. I gotta say, it's still the biggest red flag to me if you don't drink. But
Yeah.
I think, like, have a drink. But
That's my favorite thing about Chase is her disdain for you sober
I just
losers.
think have one drink. You know what I mean? But I think I think because I've been like not going out, I'm not someone that like drinks alone.
Sure. Me neither. When I don't go anywhere, I mean, I'll
So-
drink 1,000 beers a night, but I won't do it in my house alone.
Yeah,
you know?
it's good for me to know, like, oh, I don't need alcohol. Like, if I'm at home alone,
yeah.
I'm fine. It's just when I'm social, I drink.
I've been streaming quite a bit NCAA football, and people are wondering why I'm not shotgunning beers on there. And I was
Tell
like,
me
it's
why.
not COVID anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
that was a COVID thing.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
COVID thing. I'll do it on special occasions, but I can't like just get drunk on the internet by myself anymore, like in a room that's
We talked about this on Mandy's 100th episode.
yeah.
That was your, like, people were making sourdough starter bread and like arts and crafts, and you were really perfecting
I
the
perfected
art of
how to shotgun a beer.
shotgunning.
I can do it without spilling a drop. Everyone's so messy and sloppy with their shotguns. They spray the beer everywhere. They do it and then they throw it down and it's like splashes everywhere. I get a bone dry. I could do one right here sitting down, put it right down, dunk, empty can. I did it on go back to the 100th episode and see my skills. But can you find out the date in
the
which
first
episode 1
episode?
aired? That would be interesting. I'm going to guess a date. I'm going to guess October 21st or something
So
like
when
that.
was I?
You were in one of the first
I
few
thought
episodes
you
because
had
you were
been
at
doing
your mom's
it for
house.
years when I
No,
started.
You were on like one of my first
Yeah,
episodes.
I must have been, because 2020.
I had
was
no idea what I was
yesterday.
doing. I had no idea what the podcast was. I had no idea what I was doing.
And
Should
we
I-
were in
September 29th. I thought it was October.
of
Look at that.
2020.
2020, yeah.
Go up. Let me look at myself. Yay. I guess I don't look that different there.
You do look
You
different.
look so different.
You
Really?
got different glasses on.
Yeah, I have different glasses.
I would say you look better.
I would say you look better, Josh. Here.
Really.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Here?
yeah.
Here, in real life. Yeah.
You,
IRL.
since 2020, you look better.
You look better.
I didn't even think about this, but I'm going to call Annie because Annie was my first producer on the show. We've had 17 producers on this program, I
Oh
feel
my
like,
gosh,
at this point.
Annie.
Let's see. I just talked to him yesterday, but let's see if he picks up the phone.
Oh,
I
he
just wanna
better
say hi.
pick up the. There he is on camera.
Yep.
And a dove. Oh my God.
He's going to be, because yesterday I had to call him about a computer
What
issue.
time is it there? 4
It's after here.
4 a.m.
He's probably like shooting something. He's like, what's this fucking?
Yeah, he's definitely shooting an episode. If he doesn't answer,
He's going to.
leave a message.
No.
Leave a message.
He'll call back at some point. Um,
Okay, fine.
So, Chase, you're not drinking. You're back. I don't know if you folks know this. If you follow Chase, please follow her on Instagram because good
For the
Lord,
love of
it seems like she's
God.
having an existential crisis regarding her. I mean, that was how you indicated 2022 to being a good year, and then you were like, "I've lost so many followers." I'm like, "Okay, yeah," and I
Well, I'm really.
and-
That's not a bad thing.
I mean, in the grand scheme of life and floating around on this blue marble we call
doesn't
Earth,
even matter.
I don't think that constitutes one way or another a bad. I mean, career-wise, it could professionally help or hurt or what have you, but
You know, as far as like 2022 mentally to now, much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like happier.
Well, there you go. So it has nothing to do with followers, huh? Lo and behold.
No, I'm like really into the power of now.
Do you know what's I hope happening out there is that there are young people, 20-somethings, that I heard this is happening. They're seeing their parents on their phones so often that they are like rejecting phones.
Oh, I hope so.
And screens. They call like kids on the screens, like if they're an iPad kid, they call them like Skibidi Riz. Is that true?
Skibidi. The kids I used to babysit,
They have Skibidi Riz. I'm sorry.
they were saying Skibidi, and they won't tell me what it means. I guess I could have Googled
No, it means bad. Here, I know
What's
who
it mean?
Let's make another phone call.
Okay.
You know, I got an education on this. You know what else is also a bad? I don't know anything that means good. Riz is good. Rizzed up.
But what's Skibidi?
I got Sigma Riz.
They were saying Skibidi left and
means
right,
bad.
and I said, you better tell
You're
me.
Skibidi.
Just means you're bad?
Yeah.
But like the cool kind of
You're
bad?
a loser.
Oh.
You got Skibidi minus
Darn,
one
I
Riz or
just
something. Hold on.
spilled
We're gonna...
on my new Taylor Swift shirt.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Brand new.
I'm making phone calls left and right
Would you
here.
pass me a paper towel?
Oh, no. Hey.
Hi.
I'm doing a podcast. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Skibidi. Tell me about it.
Bad.
Means bad, right?
Oh, is this Kim?
Yes, this is Kim.
Hi,
I'm sorry.
Kim, it's
Kim
Chase.
Congdon on the program. Chase is here. I'm explaining Skibidi.
I didn't know what Skibidi meant.
I said she has Skibidi Riz.
Actually, not good.
Uh-oh.
Good, dude.
Use it like use it in your sentences that you use.
Okay.
Tell Chuck this is for we're educating an audience.
Chuck said a 40-year-old man asking what Skibidi is pretty Skibidi.
I'm 38, Chuck, and your judgment is parked and Ohio.
Whoa, I didn't even understand that.
Yeah.
You know, you're calling someone with Sigma Riz, so it's
That's-
hard for me to even think about Skibidi.
Can you tell me a Sigma Riz diss on Chase for being
Sigma Riz? Okay, I'm ready.
I think Chase has Sigma Riz.
No.
What's that?
Yeah. That's like, it's good.
Oh,
Sigma's like good.
That's like it's good.
Popular
I was at the edge of my seat.
charisma. You have popular charisma.
Wow. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
Tell Chuck he's parked and Ohio.
I'll let him know.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Can
there you go.
Well, first of all,
Parked bad.
to hear from Kim that I have popular Riz, what a compliment.
All right.
Second of all, biggest compliment I've ever received. Second of all, you know, I use Skibidi every now and then as a skibbity doop da 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 da.
No, you see, you're
Skibbity
spelling
scat,
it wrong.
Scat. Like if you're
No, it's a different
scatting in
word.
the jazz community.
That's a different word. Your Skibidi is SQIBBIDY.
Yeah, I'm spelling it.
Skibidi.
That's not.
But you're doing like Skippity, like SKIPP.
Skippity.
Yeah.
No. Like when there's a lot of like jazz singers that do skibbity da da da.
Yeah, I guess you're right. When they're scatting.
They're scatting.
The beginning of Trash.
And they'll say skibbity. Yeah.
Good Lord, are we 20 minutes into this fucking thing already? What the hell have
God.
we been talking about?
Oh God, 200 episode. Oh God, I'm drunk.
So tell me about your hikes. I mean, so Chase went, and I don't know because you're not following her evidently out there. You didn't see it on her
I
Instagram.
gotta say, the roaches are loyal, and God, do I love you all. So thank you.
I saw you went with Catherine Blanford, former guest on this program, and another comedian, Nicole Amy Schreiber, and you guys climbed Mount Whitney. How did this come about?
Three
Tell us about it.
comedians hiking Mount Whitney.
How do you? I didn't even know you knew them.
So remember when I went on my solo 3-day birthday Catalina trip?
Yeah, Chase, I thought, had a mental breakdown. And she
did.
was like, I'm going to go into the woods for 3 days by
did.
myself. No cell phone. I go, that seems dangerous, but all right.
Yeah, Josh was really worried about me. And I accidentally did a 20-mile hike.
Whoops.
And I posted about it. And Nicole and I had a show together right when I got back. And she was like, I didn't know you were into hiking.
Because Nicole is like into hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, I have all these like trips planned. She had gone through a breakup and had like these trips still planned, so needed people to like tag along.
Oh, she was going to do this with her mate.
Yeah. And I mean, the only silver lining out of a breakup is that I got to tag along to her trips she had planned, and Catherine and Nicole are roommates. So
I see. I didn't know that either.
we just all did it together.
That's
and
wonderful. And you climbed all this.
it was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Is it on Chase's Instagram? Go look at Chase's
are you typing in my
photos. Go follow her, folks. So she,
God, for the love of
love of Christ.
Look at those numbers. Anyways, here we go.
Where is it amongst the promos?
Right there.
Oh, there you go. This is like, so it seemed like you were like making a vlog. I mean, were you conscious of filming things or?
I did. Well, you know, I love to edit, and
You do?
I love to edit.
Who loves to edit?
I had an editing company called Cut to the Chase.
I remember.
Anyways, that was back another one of my crises where I didn't know if I should do comedy. But this video, apparently a lot of the comments are saying it makes us look like we had a good time and it was easy.
Yeah.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I was so dizzy on the mountain that I was slowly like watching my step because I thought I was going to die a lot of times. I thought I was going to just fall off the mountain. And then I was like, I didn't have complete altitude sickness, but like really nauseous and dizzy. And then the bottoms of my feet were full water blistered.
Wow.
My backpack was over 30 pounds, so my shoulders were just completely bruised. And I was just in the most pain ever. And on the way down, I was going, Chase, never again. Like, what? Never again. And I was crying.
Just crying because you were in pain?
Because I was in so much pain, I didn't think I'd make it off the mountain. And then people would like pass me, and that's when I'd be like, pull it together. Hi. But no one knew I was crying. But
to be polite to the people on the mountain?
Yeah.
You just didn't want them to like think you were...
Catherine and Nicole, when I finished after them, I had to slow down. I was so not in good shape.
Were they worried about you?
No, that's why they said they kept going, because they knew I'd be fine. But I was alone on the mountain towards the end.
Now, do you find some sort of value in making yourself go through this type of pain? Are you like a masochist in this? Because I can understand that being like, I love the fact I was crying and I was blistered.
No. Mount Whitney has always been on my bucket list, though. But I wish I had done it in 3 days. I think the point to like, oh, look, Nikki Glazer commented. Oh, that's cool. Love her. It just like by the end, it was too much. Like I ran out of water. I wasn't eating on the way down because I just wanted to get off the mountain. And I think had I done it in 3 days, I could have enjoyed it a little more. But it's not a masochist thing. I really enjoy this stuff, but it was just hard.
Tell me what you enjoy about it. Because sounds like a fresh hell to me.
You're on the side of a mountain.
It sounds
You're
like fresh,
on a mountain.
absolute fresh hell to me.
The views, you're going.
The views.
You're going, oh my God, this is planet Earth. That's what you say to yourself. I mean, I posted a video. Did you see the one I posted where it was like sunrise?
Yes.
And everyone's going, where are you? Because it never are you on.
Do you do drugs there?
No, if I did drugs at that altitude, I don't think I would have made it out alive.
See, I would want like one night of drugs or a day of drugs.
I've done drugs there.
Oh, you've done, yes.
Oh, and Alex has done it. So
right.
What's your experience?
You've hiked the same mountain?
Yes.
And
you've done mushrooms?
I did the John Muir Trail, which starts in Yosemite, and you hike 250 miles.
Bigger
and it
deal.
ends at Mount Whitney.
Bigger deal that he did that.
Mount Whitney was our last day, and we brought a lot of weed the entire time, but we
weed
specifically
is not a
planned
drug.
a few 0 days at like lakes that were at 13,000 feet and took mushrooms and walked around them all day. We did acid in Yosemite another time, but doing Mount Whitney, we smoked a joint at the top of Mount Whitney, and then
I feel like you have to. You didn't smoke any weed?
I mean, and then you got to hike down 22 miles?
I would
3 weeks
need
to do it.
weed to hike. I would need the weed. I can't. I wasn't even thinking about not bringing weed. Do you know what I'm saying? It was
Okay,
the
but
shrooms
I was
that I was.
already so dizzy. I think if I added that, I would have been like I wouldn't have been okay.
I mean, to not do it, I would be sleepless. I would be like fucking losing my. I have to go to Disney World with my sister and my mother and my sister's children and my brother-in-law and like my other brother-in-law, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta bring weed. How am I gonna smoke weed? Where am I don't even know how I'm gonna smoke cigarettes. It's fucking Disney World.
You can't. Don't do that.
You have to.
No, just bring the. No, you can't. Not at Disney World.
I have to smoke. I mean, I don't have to.
Bring a vape.
I don't vape. I mean, I weed vape. I'm gonna bring a weed vape for sure. But Disney World, they're gonna be up my ass about that too. I feel like.
Yeah.
No, you can bring that in there too.
You can?
I haven't been since 2011, and I didn't smoke cigarettes then, nor, I did smoke weed.
You picked up cigarettes later in life?
I started smoking, yes, I did. I started smoking cigarettes right around 2000, because when I moved to Cleveland and I worked morning radio, I hated my job. I was so stressed out, and I would smoke weed just to get out of meetings and stuff. I'd go outside, smoke weed. And then I got caught, and this is, again, 2011, so it was, like, illegal, and also, you know, by my boss. And he's like...
And in Ohio.
He goes, yeah, in Ohio. And he goes, you can, by the way, this Ohio living situation was really Ohio.
Wait,
I'll tell you that.
When you say parked in Ohio...
It's bad. Those are bad things.
Okay.
So, like, mid or whatever. Yeah, living in Ohio is super Ohio. So, I... got caught by my boss, and he liked me or whatever. And he knew I smoked weed. He didn't really give a shit, but he was like, hey, you can't do that. So I bought a pack of cigarettes because I needed an excuse to leave these fucking retarded meetings that I was in that were like, as the executive producer of a morning radio show, that was a nightmare.
What a story. Most like origin stories of starting
25.
cigarettes is like the kids in high school were doing it. You were
a square
an adult.
in high school. I was like, I go, drugs are for losers. And smoking, I was actually in a thing called Reality Check, which would go around to schools and be like, smoking's for losers. And they're actually using propaganda to get you to smoke. And we would do our own version of propaganda.
Funny. And then you were like, I don't believe that anymore.
No, when I was 20, I mean, eventually I just didn't get it. I thought it was horseshit when I was doing it. I actually used Reality Check to get jobs in corporate radio.
Oh.
Because I was at one point heading up a committee. This is when I was 14. I was a leader of the Reality Check like marketing thing. So I would talk to the guys and buy advertising from them.
Cool.
Like radio advertising.
14.
And then I got an internship.
This is why he's on 200 episodes.
Then I got an internship with that sales guy, Chris Genovese, that I was buying ads from. I go, hey, can I have an internship? And he was like, sure. And I went through my school, got the internship, and then I parlayed that into an internship on the morning show. And here we are, 200 episodes in my fucking apartment. But we're going to the Comedy Store, folks. Get ready. It's going to be electric. I can't wait. Let's get into some sports for the 200th episode. What do you say?
Okay.
Oh, I got to turn on my thing.
No, that's on you.
Thank you for talking about Whitney.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Dee, 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 dee. Is there anything else you wanted to share about Mount Whitney?
We had to poop on the side of the mountain.
Oh, okay. Well, under the sports. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you had to poop outside. Yeah. What do you mean on the side? Like you had to be like suspended?
I brought a wag bag. No, you didn't have to be suspended.
I don't know if you were like, zzz, and then you're like off the mountain. You're like, all
but
right.
When I say I hiked another mountain.
Just to poop? Why? You didn't want to do it around the other people?
I didn't want anyone to be near me. And that's all.
God bless you. That's the most woman thing I've ever heard in my life.
It was the worst.
That's the most womanly, like.
It was the worst thing ever.
I bet.
It was the worst thing I've ever. Actually, I think climbing the mountain was worse, but that was
sure.
Awful.
Climbing a whole separate mountain just to go shit is.
Yeah.
That's got to be extra effort. No wonder you were dizzy.
God.
So I mean, you did
really
it. You found. Does a chase shit in the woods? She did. And so then you had to like shovel it, or did you just leave it because you were like, well, I'm not over here. I walked.
No, you don't leave it.
Why?
That's not allowed.
Why is it not allowed? What happens?
Because
a bear comes. What if a bear just walks by there anyway?
Hundreds of people hike it every day. Like you, the whole mountain would just be poop.
Oh, so it's just a a small layer 6 inches under the soil is a bunch of poop anyway.
You put it in a bag. Alex has something to say so bad.
No. I was going to say, you nailed it. You have to bury it for most of it. But if you come from the place you came from, you have to shit in a bag because there's too many people who come from there. And otherwise, it would just be so much shit on the side
You have
of
to
the
put it in a bag.
What is this, Grand Central Station?
And then you carry the bag down.
How many people are walking up and down?
Poop with you up and down the mountain.
God, no, thank you.
And people smell it. It's like this walk of shame.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
It's wild.
I guess they can't just like have garbages up there because they got to have someone go up there and be like, some poor extreme garbage man has to go up there and be like, I got to climb Mount Whitney to
No, the
empty
park
a dumpster.
rangers, a lot of people don't carry the poop out and the park rangers have to do it. And we stopped and talked to one. He was carrying 50 pounds of poop. I think I might be wrong with that number, but it was a lot.
It could be right. That's not that crazy. I mean, it just sounds like a subway station, Mount Whitney, the way there so many people are pooping everywhere outside and have bags of poop and everything like that. I mean, I could just go down to Santa Monica in Vermont and I could get into the subway station. There's probably a hobo with a bag of poop down there too. So it sounds wild. Chase, by the way, at one point wanted to be a park ranger. She told me she was having an existential crisis.
Alex thinks that's cool.
I love it. I've had the exact same dream.
Well, okay, Alex. Alex has had that dream. Chase was like pivoting out of show business to be a park ranger so she could just literally not have to see people. That was like her goal.
Well, even when I met 2 park rangers on this trip and both of them I went, wow. What a life. I really thought it was amazing.
Chase wants to be isolated from people so badly, and she can't bring herself to just do it, that she wants to just maroon herself in the wilderness for as long as possible, alone.
My therapist thinks it's a great idea. He keeps pushing me to do it. He's the one that planted the park ranger seed in my head.
I wish he would just be like, why don't you be a park ranger in your own life right now and try and just put up some boundaries. But Chase loves it when she has a celebration, when she wants to do something for Chase. It's like she's planning something for her. It's something that no one will want to do or could do. So she'll make it so difficult that she's like, oh yeah, it's my birthday or whatever. We're gonna have a 5K on Catalina Island. It's like so far. It might as well be like, yeah, no, it's the anniversary of my such and such, but so we're gonna celebrate on the moon. You're gonna need to do astronaut training to come to the party.
Just so like I've invited everyone, but
no one comes. She doesn't want anyone to
come
to anything. It's the best. I go, the length she goes to just to get away from people. I couldn't imagine. I spend every day away from people. I do this podcast. I go, oh God, 2 people I'm going to see. The rest of the days, it is just me and myself and I.
And you like it?
I don't know that I like it. No, it'd be nice to have maybe one other person around.
Yeah, because that's Ohio and pretty parked.
You got it. Mm-hmm. You're nailing it. Speaking of Ohio, you know what the most Ohio team in the NFL is? The New York Jets. Mm-hmm. And now that we're getting close to the NFL season, I'm all hyped. I can distract myself from my said loneliness, and I can watch NFL football 3 days a week. I can be excited about it. I can play fantasy football. I cannot wait. And I can spend maybe one of my best pastimes enjoying shitting on the New York Jets. And we did it just in recent weeks. And we have another video today of the Jets being dog shit.
I can't wait.
Here, stuck on this, Jets fans.
Yeah.
This New Jersey man told police he drank too much because the New York Jets, quote, suck. Officers say 57-year-old Christopher Grayshock rear-ended another vehicle about 5:15 p.m. Sunday. Coincidentally, that was about an hour after the Jets lost 41-10 to the Buffalo Bills.
Stuck on that, Jets.
This New Jersey man told police he drank.
Oh, the fact that the Bills smoke the Jets and make a man have a DUI. Oh,
so
God,
the guy,
that's just pure
he got
bliss.
pulled over and he was like, I drank this much because the Jets suck.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
He just had the worst day after the Buffalo Bills smoked the New York Jets, and he decided to get wasted, and he's just like, I'm just going to fucking drive home because fucking who gives a shit about
Look at
anything.
his mugshot. He's so happy.
I think he's just like,
No, he's like,
I think it's kind of Skibidi Riz to drunk drive, and that's what New York Jets fans do.
yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to adopt this. I just thought it was. I think we did acid recently and talked about all these words, and I was like, fucking.
Oh, I love the words. Keep them up. I need
know what
to
it
be
is?
educated on what the kids are
before
saying.
Kim moved, she was living with her little sister, who's 22, 23 or whatever, and she would say these. Kim would pick up on these, and then she was educated. It was a lot of fun, but so they've entered my lexicon.
They're
in a lot of ways.
fun. Gen Z is fun.
You know who's Gen Z?
Who?
And who probably talks like this is Bill Belichick's new lover.
Yeah.
You seen her?
Tell me more.
Do you know who Bill Belichick is? Do you remember?
No, I'm yes-anding you. I don't know
Well,
these
I'd
people.
rather you talk to me about.
I don't know these people.
Well, I would rather you ask about it. I don't know what the hell.
No, I'm being a good sidekick, Josh.
Yeah, you are always a good sidekick, but it's better when you're honest about it. So, by the way, that guy on the right, number 10,
Yeah.
met him at the Comedy Store recently.
Oh, he's kind of cute, Josh.
Shush. He's you would like him actually. He's
Is he 18?
No. But he is one of the worst football players ever. No, but he was a nice guy, and he thought I was funny. So thanks, Mac. Mac Jones thinks I'm funny. That was cool. And so I kind of hate him less than I used to, but
Oh, good.
he is. So anyway, him and Cam Newton evidently were discussing Bill Belichick's new lover.
Is Bill in the
Chase.
middle?
Bill Belichick is that old man. He's 72 years old.
Oh, God.
So show him Bill Belichick. Show Chase Bill Belichick's new woman. That's not it. No, you're gonna have to.
Oh,
there you
God.
go. Yes,
That's a fun game I call daughter or girlfriend.
right there though. She's 24. He's 72.
No, Josh, what's going on?
What do you mean? What's going on?
Why do
You don't-
girls do that?
You've never dated an older guy?
Never.
You only date the young.
Only young. I go young.
You're gonna be Bill Belichick.
I would never date an older guy.
That's crazy because most girls are opposite of you.
I mean, that's like her grandpa.
Yeah, I know that's
That's
crazy. But you
weird.
wouldn't even date like a guy 10 years older than you.
No. I know. Isn't that wild?
That's wild. You don't. You're like yuck.
10 years younger. I probably
You probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know.
funny. It's like
Not good.
So you know who else doesn't approve of this? Why is it not good?
It's not good.
It's not working out.
I mean, they're just too young.
Yeah.
It's like their brains aren't formed.
Yeah, and it's extra for you because girls mature fat. They always say
I'm so much hurt.
that's why it's like guys when they're older can date a younger girl. Usually, it's like they kind of line up
Yeah.
in maturity, so to speak. We're not
Not
saying to
these
this,
two.
not this level.
She's clearly doing it for the money. I mean, is he rich?
What if he's got Sigma Riz?
No, Josh.
What if she says that about him?
Any girl that's into
Yeah, he's incredibly
a
rich. by the way.
72-year-old man and you're 24 has daddy issues or is in it for the...
By the way, can you Google the woman? Because this ain't her first rodeo. When it
Oh
comes to
my God,
these-
she's dated older.
Oh, she loves it. Maybe she just has an old man thing. You have a young man thing. Maybe she has an old man
Yeah,
thing.
but young men are still within range for me. That's like
For now.
40.
What about when you're 50?
Yeah, I'm hoping I grow out of it, Josh.
What about when you're 50? You think you can date
No,
you think you're going to date a
I really
25-year-old?
hope I grow out of it.
You haven't yet.
I know.
You're pretty set in your... I mean, Chase, there's no more growing happening here. It's just aging now at this point.
No, I think I won't.
Evolving. You can grow as a human being or whatever, I guess. But what's her name?
Jordan Hudson, and she formerly dated a 64-year-old businessman named Joshua Zuckerman, who has come to her defense amid accusations that she might be a gold digger.
Her ex-boyfriend's 64. That's a spring chicken compared to Bill Belichick, though.
Ew, it's also gross for the men. Like,
I was having this
have
conversation.
daughters and granddaughters that are her age,
Probably.
and that's gross.
But I was having this conversation with somebody recently.
Tell me.
And it's just at a certain level. Like right now I'm 38 and like I have recently in the past year dated a woman who was 26, I think, or 25.
And guess what?
And it was a little alarming. Like just every day kind of being like, oh yeah, you're a decade younger than me.
12 years.
Yeah, so it's like there would be moments of conversation and references and pop culture things that would come up. So yes, it was a little alarming. Was it something that I go like, this is like too crazy? I don't know. I mean, like, eventually will it grow to be that point? Because the chasm of age becomes so large. I don't know.
I know it's like,
when does it? I mean,
it's like
as a
nice
person,
to date someone
you're
in your
saying
generation.
that. By the way, you're saying that it's gross for the guys. When you date the younger men, is it not gross?
Okay, when I say younger men,
you're talking a decade.
No, the youngest I've ever dated below me is 5 years.
For now, you're only going to get older. They're going to stay the same age, as old Mr. Matthew McConaughey says. All right.
I mean, I haven't. And let me say, 5 years.
In 5 years,
there's
how
a
old,
big age gap.
Give me numbers 5 years apart. What ages are we talking?
28 and 33.
You were okay. So you had to remember how old you were. You had to add up.
Well, I had to make sure he was 28. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, 28.
28 and 33 is like fine.
I mean, it's 5 years. That's a lot, Josh.
What about just okay? Chase doesn't use the F word when it comes to sex. We were talking about it off air. I was gonna say fucking a guy is at the same spectrum of but sleep sexy times or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Hooking up. You can even make it not sex. What's the biggest gap there?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
I dated a guy 3 years younger than me before, and
that's like nothing.
Well, at the time, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a gold digger." But
you're a gold digger.
I mean, wait, cougar.
Cougar. Yeah, that's so funny.
I forgot the words.
Yeah.
But
I go, is this a rich child that you're not a rich child? 3
but
years,
at the time,
nothing.
I thought that was a lot. I just the gap keeps getting bigger.
Yeah. You're going to get older and they're going to stay the same age. You're regular Matthew McConaughey.
But you got to be like 28-year-olds right now are kind of single and 30-year-olds are not. It seems like that's what's available. The younger guys are like
there's going to be
available.
So many 30-something-year-old men out there that are going to be punching the clouds. But nevertheless, I did say this on a previous podcast. I don't want to belabor points already made here on episode 200, but my biggest gaps.
Oh, let's hear. Yes, you've had big gaps.
Big
Josh.
gaps both ways.
Big gaps.
Big swings on the old pendulum. When I was 23, I had sex with a woman that was 38. And when I was...
Big gap.
When I was 35, I slept with a woman who was 21. That one.
But you know what's so weird? The older we get, I go, oh, we're not that old.
Okay. I feel old as hell.
No, I go, oh, we're really young. I get...
That's right, kids. I got Sigma Riz. But Bill Belichick, I mean, here's the thing. When I'm Bill Belichick's age, can I fault the man? She's a 24-year-old adult. You're taking away her autonomy by saying she's A, gold digger, and B, like, daddy issues and, like, he's doing something wrong. Like, she's an autonomous adult woman who's choosing to date this man.
Yeah, because I got to be honest. If I was in a room with Bill Belichick,
yeah,
and he was hitting on me, I would go, ew, creepy old man.
He'd be like, hello there, Chase.
It would be so, I would like not even like think twice about it. I'd be like, oh, this is a creepy man. But she was like,
maybe she's got a thing for the old, maybe she's like turned on by like dad. She's like, you know, maybe not daddy issues, but like, ooh, I like the daddy vibes.
Yeah, it's called, I think she does have some dad issue.
And you like the boyish vibes.
Yeah.
All right. Bill Belichick.
Let's not put that on camera.
Well, not boy. I mean,
boy.
I'm not calling you like a pedophile.
Okay, thank you.
No.
I usually
Mac Jones-esque.
If they're in their 20s, I find them cute.
Yeah, Mac Jones was like a child model. He and then he grew up to be a football player. He looks like an astronaut. Now he's the backup quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, him?
Yes. Oh, him.
God, he's young.
Well,
He's
there you know.
very
Don't show
young.
Chase that picture. Chase is gonna be like slobbering over that picture
That's
right
too
there with
young.
the tennis racket.
I'm going to say that on record.
Yeah,
Too
no,
young.
No, I'm kidding, of course. Show her a regular picture. There you go. He is probably, what is his age? Let's see. Is Mac Jones
Literally
too young
in
for
love with
Chase?
him.
Is Mac Jones too, well, wait till you find out his age.
Okay,
What
I'm
if
in love.
you're in love with
He's 25.
He's 25.
And guess what?
That's so...
If I saw him on a dating app, I would swipe left because he's 25.
Really?
Yeah, but I think he's cute.
That's out of your realm of age.
Yeah. You
wouldn't even entertain
I don't
that.
swipe right unless they're 30.
Wow.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I don't think they're cute.
Over what?
Over what?
Like, why is that then?
Because they're so... When I was 25, I know how young I was, and
You think mentally they're retarded?
I wouldn't use that word, but I would say mentally they're in no place to actually be in a serious relationship.
Right.
They're having fun. They're young.
They're fucking around.
They born in 98. Like, we have nothing to talk about.
I know. That's when the girl's like, I was born post 1995. Now you run into a girl, and I don't hit on these women. I have gray beard. These girls aren't even looking at me anymore. But like, you meet a 22-year-old.
That girl would. The one that's dating Bill Chekovich.
Hey, Bill Belichick's lady. Yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm a few tax brackets. The discussion earlier about making money. Not like Bill Belichick. I'll tell you that.
But the girls, you're saying.
But so, anywho, Mac Jones and Cam Newton were recently. Wait, what were you going to ask me? I'm sorry.
No, I was listening to you were saying. Oh, the girls.
The girls, what?
They aren't even looking at me.
Oh, the 22-year-old ones. No, I'm saying though, like.
Let's talk more about the girls not looking at you. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, they.
I thought you were saying something else about it.
No, I was just gonna say, like, they don't look at. I'm like this, and then also, they know I'm old. People think I'm way older than I am. I mean, you see the comments, you guys fucking right. And then also the fact that I'm not rich.
People just writing comments about.
Anytime I reference my age, people are like, yeah, like 40 years ago or something like that.
Really?
But let's get to this story. I'm sorry. Bill Belichick has been in the news pretty often lately, blah, blah, blah. It's been a pretty eventful year. But Mac Jones and Cam Newton, both kind of like maligned quarterbacks that worked for Bill Belichick, right? So now, of course, there's people like passing judgment. Cam Newton and Mac Jones were in attendance at the ESPYs. That's when I got to see old Mac Jones, who was out in LA for the ESPYs, and I came to the Comedy Store. But they were there for different capacities. But the former NFL MVP happened to catch Jones for a minute just before the event began. Naturally, the subject of Belichick's dating life came up, thanks mainly to Cam Newton's question. Do we have video of this? Cam Newton, your former coach. This is Cam Newton talking. He's talking to Mac Jones. He's going, your former coach, his dating choice right now. What are we doing? Do we approve?
Oh, my God. Here's the video.
Okay, let's watch it. I don't need to read it.
Ask this. Your former coach. Really? His dating choice right now. Oh. What are we doing? Like, do we approve? I need your opinion first. I'm like, no, I don't approve. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't approve, but just to see him doing what he's doing now is like, hey, bro, good for him, bro.
Mac Jones gives him a good for him, bro. He does. Mac Jones here's the thing.
What a sweetheart.
He was a sweet guy. He watched my comedy. He thought I was
He's
funny.
really
He complimented
sweet
me. Took
and
a picture with me.
talented.
He's not talented. He's bad at quarterback. He's the backup quarterback for the Jaguars. Maybe he'll have a renaissance because he's from Jacksonville and the stadium's 2 miles from his childhood home. And I wish him all the best down there in Jacksonville. I do. But he's a pussy ass bitch.
I think you're talented, Mac.
He did do a nice. He didn't get a sound quote out of it.
He did good there.
You're not going to date him. He's 25.
I'm not going to date him. I still think he's a cutie pie. He's a cutie pie. I thought Cam, I loved how honest he was.
That's my point. Mac Jones shied away from. I need to hear your opinion first.
Well, by saying that, he clearly wasn't into it.
It's a backup mentality.
Yeah,
we already know.
Well, he doesn't want to trash Bill. But Bill Belichick is literally a legend, one of the greatest coaches of all time. I hate his guts. He ruined my childhood and most of my adulthood.
Oh my God.
Hate his guts. Glad he's out of the league. Mac Jones, Mac Jones is my favorite Patriots quarterback for ruining the dynasty that was the Patriots and the legacy of Bill Belichick. Now he has to go. He'll be sitting at a desk doing television for the next year, and the next year he'll get in. Hopefully, outside the AFC. We'll get Bill Belichick. Then I can respect him properly. But I do respect the fact that you're dating a 24-year-old.
You do respect
I do.
it.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, you respect
I'm coming out to
it.
say that you can't take this woman's autonomy away. That's misogynistic.
Two have to play the game.
It's misogynistic for women and to be like, this is a predator grooming thing. It's like, this woman is 24. She's a professional woman. She's making a choice.
She's a professional.
She is a professional woman. She has a job. She has a great job. Look up her job.
Look up her job. To me, it's a bad look on her. I think a guy, if any 24-year-old girl wanted to date you, any guy would be like, okay.
And back to 2022 when I was rolling in it, you let pretty girls take advantage of you for money. You do. It's fun.
It's the girl.
If you're Bill Belichick and you have more money than God, why wouldn't you want to?
Why wouldn't you date a 24-year-old girl that's like all about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to die soon.
Yeah, I mean.
That's like the people that are like, Anna Nicole Smith took advantage of that elderly man. The man wanted to just live the final moments of his life enjoying himself. And then sure, he leave her a grip of money, but that was the severance package that she got for fucking that elderly corpse.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
All right. I didn't find anything about what job she does currently. It says she's a former cheerleader and a beauty pageant queen, and the story of how they met is that they met when she was still in college in 2021.
Stop.
Per the source of one of her ex-cheerleading teammates. She said they met on a flight from Boston to Florida and bonded over a philosophy project she was working on.
Let me help you with your homework.
They swapped contact details and stayed in touch in the months that followed.
Ew. I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
Listen.
Josh respects it. Josh respects it.
I mean, hey, I'm not going to shit on this guy. I can shit on him for a multitude of reasons.
No, look, I'm not into the girl.
Oh, you're mad at the girl.
Yeah,
I don't think that I think they're two adults, but like for the girl to be into him, there's something off. There's something off.
I'm a feminist, and I say that this woman has the autonomy to do whatever she pleases as an adult. And if this is who she'd like to date and sleep with and subsequently enjoy company with.
You're right. Who am I to judge?
I say
You're right.
all for it.
All for
and
it.
Thank God that this will always happen for the end of time. I hope I make $1 bazillion when I'm 72, unless I find someone that I actually love and care about.
Yeah,
but that's
you
not
know
looking
what?
great.
Guys, if you have money, girls tend to like flock to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the way to do it.
Go back to 2022 me and talk to him.
Okay.
He knew a thing or two. Anywho, that
Okay.
it does it for the sports for today. Do you mind if we go a little long? Do you care?
No,
Because we've been
but
just
you
like,
have
I can't believe how fast this is flying by.
you have something at 1.
Yeah, but we're all right.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're good.
Oh boy, Chase.
Oh boy.
The news.
Oh god.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
I can't wait to see what you brought up.
You know, you love margaritas, right?
Yes, a good margarita.
Well, this gives new meaning to the slogan bottoms up here.
Okay.
A man in Waycross, Georgia decided to buy a woman a drink at Rodeo Mexican restaurant, but his orifice of choice, not her mouth.
Orifice. Your vocabulary.
I mean, I'm reading the article, but I do know what orifice means. You don't know what orifice means?
I
It's
do,
the
but
way you,
what I knew what it meant in context.
Okay, cool. So, what does it mean?
Hole.
It does mean hole. I didn't think you were going to say it. The dude somehow got his hands on a funnel and tried his hardest to pour the drink down her butt. You ever see this in college?
What? This is
You never heard of
news?
this in college?
No.
No guys were butt chugging.
No, guys, and I went to UC Santa Barbara.
That's why Chase told me she's only going to date someone from her town because
Yeah.
they didn't butt chug where Chase is from. They were not butt chugging at UC
By the way,
Santa Barbara.
I brought that up to someone. I was like, apparently it's crazy that I want to date someone from my hometown. And that's not crazy.
It's not. I didn't say it was
that's not
crazy, but it's just weird to limit things to your hometown. Like that's some sort of barometer for
No, I'm
a
just
person's
saying it's like a
temperament.
nice perk if they're from LA.
I see,
go,
I see.
oh, we can relate on so much.
I thought you were talking like you needed it to be some Lifetime movie where you're like, I need to get back to my hometown
No.
and meet some guy there.
Well, my hometown is not really
I know
a
it's right over there.
hometown.
Yeah.
Okay, but no
weren't
one was
butt
doing
chugging.
this at UC Santa Barbara.
Not butt chugging at UC Santa Barbara, evidently. When did butt chugging become Skibidi ParTea, Ohio?
Skibidi doodah.
Can we see? Is butt chugging Chuji now? Or is no one butt chugging in this world anymore?
I'm sure people are still butt chugging.
Well,
What do you
evidently.
mean still? Has this been a thing for years?
Oh yes, I've never
2006, apparently.
I've never done it, but there was always some.
I think both of you have done it.
No, but
you're
we-
acting like you do it every day.
No. But you
Okay.
go. You got one guy in the group that's a wild card that's always kind of doing something. You know, I've seen a
How do
multitude.
they even get it in?
Well, you put a funnel up your butt, and then you like kind of just like do Kegels with your ass and suck it in. And by the way, it's dangerous, kids.
Oh, you drink out of
Do
your
not-
own butt?
Yeah, you chug the beer through your butt.
You're not drinking out of someone else's butt.
No. You're putting the funnel into your own ass, and then you're putting the beer through it, and it's going in your ass. It gets you drunker by a mile. Guys were doing it with tampons too. They were putting vodka soaked
I've heard of
tampons
that.
in their ass to get drunk. It was like a college thing. I never did anything with. I was actually very anti butt play in college, folks. Little news flash here, and I've since evolved. But I'm not doing this kind of thing.
Well, I've never even heard of this kind of thing. I've never even heard of it.
Well, you got to go.
Am
to
I-
you got to go to a
am I
Mac school or
sheltered?
something. Where'd you go to college, Alex?
I went to school in Chicago. I went to Northwestern.
Exactly. So Northwestern.
Northwestern.
That's a good big- what is that,
That's
big-
such a good school.
What is that? Big Ten?
Big Ten?
Yeah, Big Ten.
Yeah, Big Ten. They're butt chugging. I'll tell you that.
Were they butt chugging at Northwestern?
Nobody butt chugged at Northwestern. It was a
People
bit,
butt
but
chugged at
I-
Northwestern.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone cool enough to butt chug.
People were doing it.
Okay, can I just once again say I went to UC Santa Barbara? Do you know what
Okay.
that means?
No,
Huge party school.
they were not butt chugging.
They're like
I
number
bet-
one party school in the country.
Didn't see the.
Well, let's.
I beg to differ. I was at every party every
Well,
night.
let's make a call out. I would like to know out there, folks, if you know anyone at UC Santa Barbara who has butt chugged, please email joshpottershow
Please.
at gmail.com.
We are
Do you know a
dying to
butt
know.
chugger at UC Santa Barbara? Get us in touch with him, please.
Him, it's always boys that do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's a girl out there that does it,
The
God bless her.
picture-
I would love to meet her, please.
picture-
And also my future wife at UC Santa Barbara who was butt chugging. What were
The
you saying?
pictures of a girl.
I think that's just more fun. In this case, it was a girl. Because
See, that's a girl, right?
Well, yeah, because in this case, the man he got his hands on a funnel and he tried his hardest to pour the drink down her butt.
Well, she had to have agreed. This is the thing. People are like, this guy took advantage of her. She had to agree. If a guy came up to me, I'd say, oh, no, bye. Like, I don't get it.
Well, let's find out here. The funnel
Okay.
gets 86d and he pours a pitcher of margarita right between her butt cheeks. Maybe he wanted to drink it out of there, like you were saying.
I think she was down
doing a
for
body
it,
shot.
though.
It looks like he's drinking it out of there.
Someone on the restaurant staff saw what he was doing, and that was the end of the hijinks. The restaurant saw no humor in the prank, saying, "We recently became aware of an inappropriate
Prank.
incident that took place in our restaurant. We want to make it clear that such behavior is completely unacceptable and does not reflect our values or mission to provide a family-friendly dining experience."
Who would think that's acceptable at Rodeo Mexican restaurant?
Although it seems the woman was a willing participant, the
Well,
restaurant
she was.
is outraged, adding, "We are taking the matter very seriously, and we are conducting a thorough investigation in
This is
collaboration
like-
with the authorities." Could you imagine getting this case as a cop, being like, this guy and this girl are drunk, and they're just pouring drinks down each other, and he's sucking margarita out of her ass? I would say, for orifice, yeah. I would, if I was the cop, be like, listen, guys, just don't go to that location anymore.
I mean,
right.
this
Are you appalled by their behavior?
this looks like it could be OnlyFans content.
Nothing like this happened at UC Santa Barbara. I can't imagine.
Nothing.
They were.
I didn't know this
Have
was
you
a
ever
thing.
done a belly shot or a body shot or whatever they call it? I've never been cool enough
I
to
have
do
done
one.
a blowjob shot.
Well, that's like a shot where you like pick it up off
Between the legs.
Yeah. Wait, what? No, a blowjob shot I thought was like you.
A guy sits. With,
No, I thought it was you pick it up off the table, but
no.
okay, you tell what your version is.
Traditionally, a guy sits.
I don't think this is traditional.
with a shot glass in between his legs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then you go down to get it as if you're giving a blowjob.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh. So it's between a guy's
Well,
legs.
so I've heard of that, but I never heard the between the legs part. Alex, am I wrong?
What do you mean?
I've never heard of that before.
UC Santa Barbara. Okay.
No, the blowjob shot, I thought it was just on the bar and then you like.
No, traditional blowjob shots are between a guy's legs.
Okay. No, see, I was thinking, I've done, I did one time where with a body shot, I did like, you pour it on a girl's like belly button. Mm-hmm. And then you like lick it off. There's like salt there. Or
I've never done that, but I've seen that.
You never had one even done to you?
No. Well, maybe. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that it could have happened. Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right.
Anyways.
Anywho.
I never have I seen this in my life.
Do you ever, I found out that girls have this nightmare too, about going to prison. You ever have that nightmare? Mm-mm. No?
My nightmares are, I'm literal nightmares multiple times a week is that I'm Clara in the Nutcracker and I don't know my choreography. It's a recurring nightmare.
It's the most chaste nightmare I've ever heard.
I wake up sweating, like, thank God.
Why do I think the Nutcracker is ice skating?
I'm sure they do it on ice sometimes.
They definitely do it on ice.
It's definitely a ballet, though.
It's definitely a ballet, 100%. And you forget your choreo. Do you know the choreography for the Nutcracker?
I was Clara when I was 14, and I'm like, but I haven't rehearsed it for years. So like, I've known the choreography at one point, but I'm about to go on stage without rehearsing in 15 years.
That's so funny. I used to have oftentimes radio nightmares where like the song would be ending and I don't have another song queued up and I can't even think of a song.
Yeah, no, because your brain doesn't work the same way in dreams.
Well, then I'm like, and then I'm always like talking on air. I'm like, that was, and I don't even remember the
like
song.
Our brain is actually trying. Our brain is trying, but nothing's working.
What's it trying to remember? Why is it doing that?
A lot of times I'll be on stage performing stand-up and not know my set in a
dreams. I don't have those dreams anymore. Now, I mean, I don't really have stand-up dreams anymore. I would have like occasionally like the stage is made of pillows.
Really? Those are so like ones you read about. Like, do you have ones where your teeth fall out? Like you have the like.
No. I have had one of those where you're like, oh, and then you wake up and it's like supposed to be like someone's mad at you or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what it's like. They have dumb. I don't read into the interpretations of it. I'm just saying like radio was in my brain so much that like also my alarm when I worked on the radio was the radio. Like, you know, when you have your alarm clock go off, it was the radio station I worked for. Funny. So I would think I was at work in a dream and then I'd wake up and I would be late for work. You know what I mean? And then I'd be like, oh my God. Anyhow, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting off.
Nightmare. But you have nightmares about prison.
The prison thing, I thought every guy had this nightmare where you have a reoccurring dream that you get put into prison for something that you didn't do. But I just found out Japanese prison
is delightful.
Well, this is the kind of food they're eating. Check this out. Oh. This is what food is like in Japanese prison.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Take a look. Do you think it'd be good or bad?
I mean, good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This looks incredible.
I mean, it's going so fast you can't really read the bottom, but if you can try, Alex.
Security even in their fingernail crevices. Once cleared, they begin their cooking tasks for the day. The first dish on today's menu is fried chicken cutlet. To prevent safety issues, the entire surface of the frying pan is covered with a layer of metal mesh. Once fried, the chicken cutlets are conveyed out from the other side by a machine.
That looks great.
That looks better than KFC.
Yeah, I mean, we're feeding free people worse food, I feel like, here in America.
Japan kind of has it all figured out.
So I guess if I were to go to jail, I'd be like, let me go to jail in Japan.
I do sometimes
But then they do like torture you or something. I don't know.
Why I don't have nightmares about it is because sometimes I'm like, jail would be nice.
You'd love jail.
I would
put her in the hole, folks. Jail. She would love to never speak to.
Just like I've like, sorry, I'm in jail. Can't do anything. I would just read, and I would meditate.
This
I'd write.
is how much the people in your life take from you that you would prefer
jail.
life in prison.
Well, I did that 10-day silent meditation retreat as well, and
sounded like jail, by the way.
And I think I told you this the last day when we could finally talk. Everyone was like, I can't wait to go back. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I would stay here another year.
So aside from hiking mountains that make her cry and living in the woods days alone to isolate herself, Chase also went on a 10-day silent, like Aaron Rodgers, when he went into his silent hole to decide, I'm going to play for the New York Jets like a fucking idiot. But Chase went on her 10-day silence thing and she described it as at 4 a.m. you wake up, right? Mm-hmm. And then you don't talk or do anything.
You meditate until 9:30 p.m.
Until 9:30 p.m. for 10 days.
You have 2 breaks for breakfast and lunch.
In bathroom.
In bathroom, you can pee. And anyways, the experience was wonderful. And I feel like...
It sounds torturous to me.
I feel
but
like
I would sleep for 10 days basically.
I got great sleep.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're in a very tough business. It calls for times to retreat and go on mountain hikes.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. My retreat / mountain hike is coming home every day. I do silent retreats when I come home. I go days without speaking out loud unless I have to do a podcast or a set. So I guess I get my fill. You know?
Yeah.
I guess I'm over here getting my fill.
Your home is a meditation
I can't imagine what poor Chase has to deal with every day with people just up her ass being like,
not margarita
time. Not butt chugging. One last story.
I want to be clear.
I want to be clear.
By the way, I am out of my champagne. Are you?
Should we do another refill? I mean,
yeah.
I guess we should.
Yeah.
Today's Josh Potter Show is brought to us by Rocket Money. How much do you think you're spending on subscription fees every month, let's say? I had no idea. I mean, if you would have asked me that question, I would have been like, I don't know, $20. No, it was hundreds of dollars. It's crazy, and it's probably more than you think as well. And you can get your handle on your finances right now with Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users, and it's saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year using all the app's features. The app is so easy to use, and it's going to show you all the subscriptions that you have right in one place there. And if you find something that you don't want to use anymore, you want to end your routine spending on, Rocket Money can help you cancel it with just a few taps. It's so easy. And like I said, I've saved hundreds of dollars thanks to Rocket Money stepping in and being like, do you know you're paying for this right now? And I was like, I had no idea. It's crazy. And then you can spend the money on things that you actually enjoy. It's time to start saving with Rocket Money. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel those unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Potter. That's rocketmoney.com/Potter. rocketmoney.com/Potter.
You know, I gotta say quickly, this is quite the refreshing news because
what's that?
There is a lot going on in the news right now, considering election and politics. And what refreshing news!
What?
Japanese prison food and margaritas.
I mean, it's refreshing if you live in Japan, I guess.
Well, this is lovely.
What happens in Japan? I
thought we were talking like, you know, sometimes it gets heavy here. Sometimes there's murder.
Yeah,
sometimes...
we got some of that coming.
Oh, okay. But this is delightful.
Chicken cutlets turn out golden and crispy, rivaling those from high-end restaurants. Next comes the preparation of rice.
By the way, this AI voice is so ridiculous.
Annoying.
It's like,
who are
it's supposed to be like Morgan Freeman or something.
These are lovely volunteers, or are they getting paid?
I'm sure
well?
they get paid.
Or are these prisoners? Like,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, well, because prison kitchens in the U.S. are staffed by prisoners.
That's an interesting point, Alex. Are these prisoners?
Good point.
If prison didn't have the murder that happens within the prison, the shankings, the rapes, I would be all about prison too, I think, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Because
go to prison.
Let's just go to prison.
Just take a break.
Can't we just have I wish there was a prison for people who didn't do something bad. Like, you have to be so good you get to go to prison. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a good, nice boy. Can you just put me in prison because I don't want to think for myself anymore?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just so done. I have to make a food every day. I have to I have to wake up and function like an adult person. I don't want to do it anymore. You know, that kind of prison.
No, totally.
But, I guess I think I'm the only one who's like that.
I'm right there with you.
I'm going to venture guess the audience doesn't agree with me.
I don't know. Right. Let us know in the comments below.
I'm just so sick of every day.
Making the food. I mean, if I could just have a private chef.
Some people work 65,000 hours a week and they have children. I don't know how
they do it.
I don't know how you do it. I would run away.
How they do it. I know. I was a nanny for years.
If you had children.
Yeah, talk to me.
Do you want children?
I think so.
But you don't at the moment. You're not craving it. There's some women your age who are like, I need to have them now.
I think I'm going to be a very old mother.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I'll be tired. I'll be more tired. Sometimes I wish I got it out of the way at 20 and they'd be out of the house now.
Now they could help you. They'd be like having jobs and bringing in an income.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Tell me.
I have one last story. This is about another jail thing.
Oh.
This is from GL in Ottawa. A dentist who allowed this is a Canadian story, FYI.
Oh, okay.
A dentist who allowed a Newfoundland and Labrador corrections officer. These are locations, not dogs.
Oh, Labrador. Labrador is a place.
It's the name of a province in Canada. It's
Got it.
And Newfoundland is a place too, obviously.
Place. Okay.
Not a dog, like a Newfie, right? Anywho, corrections officer. This dentist allowed the corrections officer to extract teeth from a sedated inmate, and he pleaded guilty to assault. So now, the Supreme Court Clerk's office says Dr. Louis Borgett pleaded guilty on Monday. This is so Canadian. His name is Ronald McDonald.
For real?
Yeah.
The guard who removed the teeth.
The guard who removed the teeth, named Ronald McDonald.
There's no way.
Also pleaded guilty at the courthouse to assault. In December, the Newfoundland and Labrador Dental Board Tribunal suspended the man's license for 6 months in relation to the October 16th incident in his office. The inmate was being held at Bishop's Falls Correctional Center in central Newfoundland and was taken to Borgett's office, where the dentist allowed the guard to perform the procedure while another guard filmed. Why would they do that exactly?
Okay. Sometimes I get lost in the story.
Yeah,
what happened?
That's I'm kind of lost myself, actually. What I think occurred is this prisoner had dental issues.
Yeah.
And the inmate they took him to the dentist office, and the dentist is like, oh, you guys want to pull this shit out? Go for it, dog.
That's exactly what happened.
The dentist didn't want to do it.
It's not that he didn't want to. I think the corrections officers wanted to do it so bad the dentist goes, knock yourself out. I don't give a shit.
Oh. The correction officer did it.
Yeah, that's why. And so the corrections officer's like, I'm going to really get in there. And he's like,
and it really tore apart his mouth to the point that he got charged with assault.
Perhaps we haven't found, it doesn't reference
honestly,
that. Honestly,
awful. That's awful.
It's just an abuse of power happening in Canada.
What's the movie where Hanks is on the island alone with the Wilson ball?
Castaway?
Yeah.
Does he pull a tooth out?
He's got to take out his own tooth.
I never watched that movie.
I mean, it is brutal.
I know about the volleyball. I know he makes fire. Maybe I did watch it, but it didn't register.
We were young.
He pulls it out, though? No, I wasn't that young. I was
you were really
college,
young.
I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what year did that movie come out?
I think I was fourth grade.
I want to say 98.
98?
Yeah, you weren't in college.
2000.
2000. I was not in college. You're right.
Yes,
That's
you were
crazy.
young. But he pulls out his own tooth, and I remember going, "Oh God, I hope I'm never in that situation."
Says the woman who literally travels alone into the woods and climbs the largest mountain in the fastest time that she can. But I guess there's a lot of traffic on that mountain. Evidently. Yeah. People are going to find you if you hurt yourself because.
Well, I could have fallen off that one.
Oh yeah, you could have fell off.
But the tooth pulling seems way more brutal than climbing Mount Whitney. So I think the jail guard was just doing it to kind of like show who's in charge here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay, yeah, that's
no doubt. Yeah, that's why he's going to jail.
What I picked up on.
And then he was probably doing it like, oh, you want Novocaine? Nah, that kind of thing.
Ronald McDonald. Yeah, not a good look for the McDonald's franchise.
Ronald McDonald is. Mm-hmm. Well, I have one that's going to cheer you up because you like nice stories. This is from Johnny. He sent this in. Here's his email. Hey, Josh, I don't know shit about sports, but I do love video games. There's an event twice a year for charity called Games Done Quick. They mainly do speed runs of all different video games for a week straight and raise a ton of money for a good cause. This past event last week, they showcased a speedrunner, JSR_, who brought his dog to play Super Nintendo Baseball, Ken Griffey Jr. It was really incredible to watch. The audience was going crazy. The whole game lasts about a half hour. I doubt you'd watch the whole thing, but it's actually really cool. And he did give me a link to the whole thing. And it's a real nail biter of the game. Here's a link to the IGN article. They have a clip of the last 2 hits of the game. This
Johnny?
dog...
Johnny sent this in?
Yeah, a dog successfully completed an entire game of MLB on Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Ken Griffey Jr. presents... I played this game tons
the
of times.
Dog did it?
Yes.
I thought he was just watching.
No. Games Done Quick hosted Peanut Butter, the Shiba Inu, at its Summer Games Done Quick 2024 event in Minneapolis, where he raised money for Doctors Without Borders while playing the video game. Peanut Butter, who's already an established speedrunner, stepped up to the plate to play MLB. So Peanut Butter, speedrunning is when you just like go through a level as fast as you can. I've learned this from the interwebs. But I think they have like a video of the dog playing it, right? Or do you have Peanut Butter there? There's Peanut Butter.
I mean, how adorable.
And then we do a video one sec.
Prompted by his owner, JSR, offering treats, Peanut Butter pressed his paw down on the big button to swing the bat. He closed the game with a dramatic extra innings walk-off 2-run home run with a time of 29 minutes and 45 seconds. Cue delirium from the crowd and proud owner, a very good boy. IGN interviewed Peanut Butter and JSR earlier in 2024. And besides dealing with his attention span of a 3-year-old, training the Shiba Inu to play games wasn't too complicated.
Really?
So let's see what happens here. Do we watch it hitting the ball?
It's only 39 seconds, so we'll watch
This is the walk-off moment. And there it is, a liner down right field. Peanut Butter. Okay, so he got Peanut Butter to sit. We got another hit coming up here. It's Griffey.
So he's
oh my God, he hit a home run.
He's hitting these. That's hard.
Yeah, did you see how he just pushed the button?
But it's kind of hard, right?
I mean, it isn't.
It seems very
I'd like to see this guy play MLB The Show 24, I'll tell you that. Play NCAA Football 25 and then get back to me, Shiba Inu, because I can't for the life of me. I can't get out. I'm the worst player in the history of time.
Like, this is so foreign to me. I don't know what I just watched, but
well, all he did, I mean,
like
Super
a dog
Nintendo.
is playing. Super Nintendo? Yeah, dog's playing a video game and won.
Yeah.
And was that crowd there cheering there?
They were there watching.
They were there.
Yeah.
I thought they added that.
No.
Oh my God. I mean, it's very impressive, Josh. And thank you, Johnny, for sending that story.
Right, Johnny? Isn't that cool? Here's the thing, though. I will smoke that dog's ass on MLB The Show. I'll tell you right now.
Do you think they were kind of giving it to him?
There's no giving it to him. It's a fucking Super Nintendo video game.
Oh,
it's
like
all
he
timing
still did it. He doesn't have
well. In the new video games, you have to like, the bat has to be like, I mean, it's really elaborate. You can't do that dog shit on video games today. That's all I'm saying.
So would you say the owner of the dog is the real impressive one?
That he trained him? I mean, he trained the dog to push a button on the controller.
And the trainer had to go press now.
Well, yeah, so he knows how to time.
So I think the trainer knows.
Yeah, I guess it's all very impressive. I'd love to have time on my hands to do something like that.
I know.
train a dog to do something. I guess it makes a lot of money, so why not?
Does it?
Probably. I mean, this guy's getting interviewed by magazines, and I think it's cute either way. A Shiba Inu is a cute dog. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. So cute. I love that story. What a way to wrap up the news of the 200th episode.
And evidently you can watch that whole game if you want.
Evidently.
It's only 25 minutes long. Go check it out, folks. Well, Chase, thanks for being here on the 200th episode.
Oh my gosh, I really feel like this is such a big deal, and I'm really, really, really honored to be on the 200th. So thank you.
No problem. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Plug everything and anything.
Okay. Well, I have a tea company called Pity ParTea.
Yes. Such funny Instagram.
Tea on Instagram.
Pity, what is it?
Pity ParTea, but party is PARTEA, a pun on tea.
Yes.
Which we're doing really well. We sell out every time it goes live on this website.
Your Instagram. I mean, that Instagram, you should be happy about all the followers you're getting, right?
That Instagram is pleased.
Mm-hmm.
One of my videos got 18 million views. Not that Instagram is everything, as we've talked about. Anyways, other than that, the shows I have coming up are like corporate shows and college shows, so you can't go. But enjoy your day.
I'm here. We might have some shows together in the fall.
Oh my
I'm
God!
Excited about, but they're not.
You're keeping it so secret from me.
Well, I don't. It's not.
We don't know yet. Okay.
Yeah, there's no.
Because I'll be there.
But I mean, there's people trying to make them happen. Is all I'm saying.
Great.
So once they are on the books, I will let everyone know about it. But I am going to be riding solo out there in the next couple of weeks. August the 15th, I'll be in Omaha, Nebraska. The 16th and 17th of August, I will be in Des Moines, Iowa. Then on the 24th of August, I'll be in Boston. Then in September, I'll be in Long Island.
This is insane. This list is insane.
It's getting nuts. But we have plenty of stuff coming in the fall. I do think Chase and I will be getting to perform together out there on the road very soon. I'm excited. So keep your eyes peeled to thejoshpotter.com. I want to thank all the Roach reporters who sent things in and have been sending things in for the past 200 episodes. Granted, the first 10 or so, and he never called me back.
I told you had to leave a message.
You want to try him again?
Try him again.
Oh, I guess I will.
Try him one more time. Pull it up.
Be embarrassing when he doesn't pick up again.
No, but now you leave a message.
Just talk.
You say, Annie, I was hoping to get you on the 200th.
If he calls back and leaves a voicemail, we'll put it in.
He better. Tell him to leave a voicemail on the voicemail.
Is it here or here?
There. Annie is busy.
Snuffing me.
Busy boy.
At least send me to voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I mean,
the person you're trying to reach
all right,
is
get
not
ready.
available.
Do you know what you're going to say?
Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Annie, it's Josh and Chase.
Hi,
We're
Annie.
here on the podcast, and we have the 200th episode coming out, and we wanted to say hello as the first ever producer in a extraordinarily long line of producers. But we love you, and we'll talk to you later.
Will you call back and leave a voicemail so Josh can play it on the show?
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, come on, Annie. Be a doll.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Okay, bye.
Anywho, folks.
What
Pleased
a
to be
day.
sending in your articles, joshpottershow@gmail.com. I appreciate every single Roach reporter out there. Thank you to Griff Parker and all the people that usually make music for the program. You can continue to do that as well. Rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, and I can't wait for the forthcoming episodes. Once we get to the Comedy Store, we'll have more details on that in the next couple of weeks. We'll be going over there. Probably by September.
End of an era, and I mentioned enough how grateful I am to be on this journey. We are going to the Comedy Store.
Oh, it's the start of a new era, I guess, but I don't really consider it an end of anything.
I'm really proud. I'm really honored. I love the Roaches.
Yes, and
Mic
we
drop.
love Chase, and we can't wait for 200 more episodes. With you. We'll see you next time, folks. See you next Wednesday right here on the old Josh Potter Show. I love you very much.
Bye.
Coming to 11 direct with the roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real. Son, he taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son, won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter, keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit 'em, bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your wards with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many bills, hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since a Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.